Hello everyone and welcome to another section of Mastering Arduino from Beginner to Core Advanced. In this section we have entered in module 7, which is named as Serial Communication Basics. And what are the contents here? You can see that the contents are as follows: Introduction to Serial Communication, Serial Begin Details, Serial Write and Serial Read. And we will be talking about all these topics in the later videos. First of all, we are going to know about what is serial communication. So let's just get to its introduction. About the serial communication. The serial communication is the method of communication between two computers. It was the first designed with the help of RS-232 cable. There is a port in your computer that has a cable which is in blue colored and have multiple holes in it. This cable is used to connect the monitor to the CPU, and this cable can also connect the laptop to another monitor. This cable is known as RS-232. This cable runs on the protocol named as the serial communication. Okay, about the serial communication, and there is also a similar way which is known as parallel communication. Here you can see that in parallel communication there are multiple wires connected to between the two chips to process the data in a very high speed rate, while in a serial communication there is only one wire and physically there are two wires to communicate between them. First one is the clock and second one is the data line. You can see that first data D0 enters the another CPU, then D1, then D2, then D3, and the series goes on to D7. So it is called serial communication because each bit is entered in another computer from the host computer in a continuous series. Okay. In Arduino, this is the most common method for connecting Arduino to the computer. You can see that here this is a cable in which I have connected it via USB to the Arduino board. This method of communication is also serial communication. Well, about the serial communication, let me open the Arduino. In Arduino, you can see that here, whenever we want to connect the Arduino to computer, we have to write serial.begin, which means that the serial communication this means that the serial communication should be started. Okay, give to curly braces, and here we write the baud rate. The baud rate is the rate at which the data between the two machines is transferred. It is said here are standard values for the baud rate. Let's just see here: 9600, 19200, 38400, 15200, and so on. Well, the baud rate for both the computer need to be same. Here you can see that the original baud rate between them is 9600. So you can get all the values and you can get the data in the readable form. But if the board has set the value of 9600 in computer, you are opening it in 19200, it will give a false value. It means that the system cannot read the data. So for communication, it is necessary that both the computer are set to have a common baud rate. And there are other options such as new line and all this for the communication. You can see here, and let's just get it to 9600, and you can see that the communication is done properly. To begin serial communication, just write serial.begin and give it a baud rate of 9600. I am going to do an experiment. I am giving 115,200 baud rate. Okay, here I am going to delete the program and write capital SERIAL dot print. This means that the serial word has been printing on the computer. I am giving it say hello, HELLO. Terminate the line and so on. Okay, now upload it to the board. First of all, I need to set a baud rate, a delay function, so that we can see the data clearly. LAY, say delay of about 500 milliseconds. That will be enough for us. Say 500 milliseconds. Terminate the line and again upload it to the board. Now open the serial monitor. What can you see? You cannot see anything because I have set the baud rate at 9200, while in system I have defined it 115,200. Change the baud rate to 1500, 115,200. Now you can see that all the lines you can get the data in a readable format, but you can see that it is not terminating continuously. It is all going in one line. So for that, to get the data every time in new line, write the function serial.print ln. ln will introduce every time a new line of every bit of data has read. Okay, see here, you can see that the data is coming in every time in a new line. This is the method of serial communication between the systems. You can do a lot of functions with the help of serial communication. You can read the data, you can write it with the help of serial monitor. Here you can see that there is a space. In here you can write the commands inside the Arduino, but here we have not programmed anything in the Arduino to read the command, so nothing will happen. In the later videos we are going to write the functions and study about how to read the command from the serial monitor when it is given from the computer serial monitor. Okay, now you can clear the output here, and let me show you something. I have found a very beautiful document on Wikipedia on what is serial communication. Here the serial communication is the method of transmission of data between the two computers, or you can say two electronic devices. As of now, it is a very simple method, and it is more reliable in today's world than the parallel communication, because at today's world the speed of data sending is very high, so it can match up to the older parallel communication methods. But remember one thing more clearly. When we are talking about ultra high speeds, that the you can say the CPU talking to a RAM, it is always parallel communication, because there is a lot of data that should be gone between that should be sent and received between the two systems for high speed communication. So the relationship between you can say a CPU and RAM is parallel communication, while the communication between a CPU and monitor is serial communication, or you can say an Arduino and a computer are also doing the communication in the form of serial. There is also PCI and PCI Express cards that are used in communication are an example of serial communication. Okay, you can see here about the cables. First of all, serial communication was designed only to communicate the computers that are very far away. You can say the distance between two states or two cities, that was devised to communicate between them, and for high distances the using of parallel communication became ultra expensive, so they have defined the method of communication named as serial communication. You can see here first line is for data, and there is also a second line that is for the timing clock between them to get their interface done properly and get the data at a same baud rate in both the PCs. And there is also about the serial buses and their type of uses. Serial versus parallel is a hot topic of discussion, but remember that for ultra high components, when requires very high speed of communication, parallel communication is preferred, because it's simpler and had a lot of wire for high speed communication between them, while for long distances and most common use of method of communication between the two electronic machines is today's serial communication. Now remember one thing, that in Arduino Uno there is only one port for serial communication as pin number 0 and pin number 1, while in another board such as Arduino Mega, in Arduino Duo there are 3 channels for serial communication, such as serial communication 1, serial communication 2 and serial communication 3. You can see here serial communication is the application, and here you can see that serial communication can also be performed on another devices in the Arduino, such as a sensor named MPU 6050 and Arduino board communicate with each other with the help of serial communication and I2C protocol also. You can see that in Arduino Mega and Duo they have 3 communication channels, as RxTX1 for serial communication 1 up to RxTX3 for serial communication 3. Okay, let's just recall everything. We have talked about serial communication. Just a second. We have talked about serial communication, the difference between serial and parallel communication, what is the baud rate, and how the serial communication between two happens. It consists of 2 wires, first for data and second for timing clocking. Okay, we have made a small program here. I will be giving you the program in the first section of the module. You can get the program from there and to perform your own experiments. Okay, you can perform your own experiments there, and if you have any question you can write it in the comment sections, or else thanks for watching.